Bienvenidos, bienvenidos.
Aquí estamos otra vez con Chino y Pollito. Nos hizo falta Adrián, obviamente, pero nomás no le digan. No,
Vamos a ver.
No le digan que lo extrañamos.
sí, luego se le sube el cabrón. But how about it, guys? How was the week, man?
Good, good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How about it, Chito? How was work, man?
Oh, it was good, man. It was
Yeah? You build any new terminals?
Oh yeah, we're on it. We're on it, man.
There you go, my boy.
A lot of work.
Hey, do we get any discount tickets with you or what?
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
No,
Como para...
not really.
Come on, bro. Shit.
You gotta share some love, bro.
Diles, o me dan descuento o no les armo ni madres.
Get you into a parking lot. So,
Allá
Welcome
ustedes.
to the parking lot.
Allá ustedes if you want to get in the freaking airplane or not. Hey, no, but you know what? It's funny because we were talking about how, being a full-time dad, dude. I mean, not obviously a full-time dad. Obviously, if he's a full-time dad or mom, but it's crazy, bro, because you work long hours, though.
I do. Yeah. You know what? The longest shift I had is 21 hours.
Jesus.
21 hours.
What the?
And then, yeah, I remember that day, man. It was
How can you forget it, bro? It's traumatizing just to hear it,
yeah.
you know?
You know what? I think it was like 11:30 or something at night. And I was just sitting down on a beam thinking about life, man. I was just like, what am I doing here? You know what I mean? But it's hard, bro. Yeah. It's 14, 15-hour days. You know what I mean? It's
Jesus
tough.
Christ, dude.
Especially when you're doing walls, 30-foot walls, just because of the climbing, all the gear. My bags are pretty, like about 50 pounds, I guess. But yeah, man, going back to your topic, man, being a dad, it is difficult. It is stressful. And at the same time, but
Yeah, but you know what? I think it's a given. Everybody always says, obviously, moms have a tough job. I'll give it to them, It's a tough job raising kids, being moms. I feel like moms are the motor that keeps that family running. It's like the one that keeps, everything intact, everything together. It's I can think back on my mom, dude, and I can't think of her just one day where she just sat down and said, you know what, fuck it, you guys, que el niño se cayó, no hay pedo. No es que mi mamá se levantaba y dice, ay, pobrecito mi niño, es like, ¿te caíste? Sí, ¿por qué? Porque me caí, por pendejo, cabrón. Y pobre de ti, si te caías y te volvías a quejar con tu mamá, güey, porque así te iba, but it's but moms, it's a different vibe and it's respectable, But I feel like, there's also dads that really fucking that kick ass, dude. There's dads like that, that work their asses off. They do those 14, 16-hour shifts. In your case, 21 hours. Goddamn, dude, I can't even imagine that.
only one time, but still, man, I had a lot of 15 hours.
But I bet you're still recovering from
it. For sure, man. I don't think I'm gonna recover from that thing. My body hurts.
See, I gotta say that us as dads, sometimes we work 16, 17 hours. But moms, if they work, they don't stop working.
That's true.
They finish their shift and they go home and they continue working because now they have to look after the kids. They have to look after the husband. They still have to cook. They still have to clean. And for most of us, that's it. We just go to work, come back home, and well, not everybody, right? But
yeah, but the typical is that obviously if the typical male role in the family, I mean, I'm talking about culturalistically, is that the husband comes home, kicks off his shoes, and he's done for the day.
That's right.
That's not really what it is now. Nowadays, it really takes two to make an income, and it takes two to raise a family. If you want to.
Oh, yeah. Especially here in Southern California, man.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Especially.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But it's cool when you actually have when you can actually coincide with your partner and get that done, because it's really a tall order, man. But you'll also you also have the couples where you have for example, the husband's working, or let's say per se, just for the sake of argument, where the husband's working, he's working his ass off, he's working those 16-hour days, and sadly, when he comes home, sleeps and goes back, through the night and goes back home, but goes back to work, working six days sometimes, because I've done it. But sometimes it's sad because you feel like you're not there for the kids. And unfortunately, sometimes you get a little bit of a kickback, like that's not there. What the hell, But sadly, not but not everybody's always going to understand that. Now, there's dads that do both roles, just like moms do, But like I said, whether you're the mom or the dad, that's a tall order, dude. My respects for the people that can handle that shit, that can actually work a full-time job, come back and take care of the kids and do what they got to do.
And you know what, Ricky? It's also it's not just the kids; it's the relationship itself, right? I mean, just as a relationship, you got to work on it. You know what I mean? We're emotional beings, right? We run on emotion, on the five senses, right? So we always have to be kind of that. My key word is balance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And everything. You know what I mean? I just obviously respect, love, right? I just got to see what they need as they have to know what we need, right? Communication. It's a whole
It's tough,
it's
dude.
it's, it's tough, man. But again, man, it's a beautiful thing. Kids are, especially in these days, man. We gotta start being more lovable, more understanding because there's so much going on in the world right now, man.
It,
You know what I mean?
it's true though, but you know what? I think there's a fine line between nurturing a child and actually raising a child because sadly enough, man, if you nurture a child too much, I'm starting to see that now. It's like we have a generation of people that the kids that just get offended
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
of everything. Everything's offensive, and then at least with us, at least my generation or our generation, like we were taught that pretty much just suck it up and move on. I don't know if that's wrong or right, but um, in retrospective, well, at that point,
I think it
I
has to do a lot with the educational system, though. I feel like it's broken at this point, right? Because the curriculums, you know what I mean. There's a lot of teachers out there that would like to teach kids, good things, good morals, good principles,
right,
but it doesn't work that way. You know what I
yeah,
mean? They go teachers go into this union, they give them their curriculum, and that's what you gotta follow. And if you don't follow it, you cannot work here. You know what I mean? And a lot of the things that they're teaching these kids nowadays, it's pretty much down just awful. Especially, I mean, again, I'm not against transgender or anything like that, right? I mean, everybody could do anything. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Everybody's their body, their choice,
of
right?
course.
Especially like with vaccine, right? I mean,
No, it's respectable. Everybody's got their own choice, their own
their
opinion,
own
and then
things,
obviously,
how they grow up, their traumas, right? Just everything that
yeah,
makes them. But I just, I don't know. It's just the education is so you can learn your math, your science, your English. You know what I mean? Get an education, a good education. You're gonna learn about life as you move on. There's just things that 5-year-old kids, 8-year-old kids shouldn't know at at one point. You know what I mean?
but you know what? Sadly, dude, you know where that's coming from? Internet, phones, tablets.
Oh yeah,
At some points, you actually have our children are being raised by the social media, by the internet. Not all of them, of course. You got kids that that do utilize those tools to learn, to expand, or whatnot. I'm not saying that's every single case. It's not, but yeah, dude, there's a lot of like I'm gonna say like in my generation, a lot of us were raised on TV, dude. That's really what it was. You come home, your parents say, "Did you do homework?" Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
turn on the Power Rangers. Let's go. You know. But now it's just it's a whole different ballgame, bro. Now it's like I said, you have kids access to the internet, dude. It's a whole different ballgame,
and it really is. It opens a lot of doors, man.
and some doors you don't want to.
Yeah, I could say that I was affected by that as well. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm 35. We saw the cassette players, CD players, MP3s,
Oh yeah, cool.
right? And like that. I mean,
I still have mine.
yeah,
80 bucks.
yeah, yeah. But it was fast. You know what I mean? We're moving really fast. Technology is just insane right now. You know what I mean? So we do have to be careful nowadays. You know what I mean?
My,
With the kids.
my wife's an educator, and she has taught me that education doesn't start in school.
Mm,
I agree.
Education starts at home.
Right.
exactly.
Education starts with the parents. And in my case, me and my wife, teaching our kids from home, taking responsibility for what they learn
Oh yeah.
at home,
Uh-huh.
because you send them to school, and a lot of these places, a lot of parents, a lot of people there, they think that sending them to school is a daycare,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so we can go to work, we can do our stuff.
Yeah, it's like they're your babysitters for the day.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's the education starts from home, because
It does, yeah.
we are eventually the ones that spend most of the time with them
Mhm.
once the school is over.
And they're actually seeing they're learning from us from our
Right,
behavior.
right.
Yeah, they see all that and they remember. You would think that they don't, but they do. At a really early age as well.
Yeah, that should, and that's funny though because you really don't notice. Like at least actually as a parent, if you, like I said, the education starts from home. if a kid, and this is just the way I think. I mean, let me put that out there. This is my own opinion, my own bias.
Exactly.
And,
For everybody.
that's for everybody.
Yeah.
So this is nothing. We're basically making like just really the best guesses we know how. You know, this is not. No, there's no education in there or any kind of background back.
Right.
You know, any
You know what? I'm actually
research or
going
any
to
of that
contradict
shit.
you in that because you are a parent.
Well, that's
Your
right.
experience as a parent
As a
counts
parent.
as much as anything else.
All right, so fuck that. I'm an expert at this shit. So let me put this shit out there. Let me teach you guys a little something.
Thank you for anything.
Thank you. I've been endorsed by Mr. Fernando Ferrer from Fernando Ferrer Photography.
Follow me on Instagram.
Follow him on Instagram. You guys have any complaints or anything, please go directly to him. I have
Corporate.
nothing to do or no responsibility over what I'm about to say. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Fernie. It's all you, man.
it's all you. But see, I forgot what the hell I was gonna say.
It was good though.
But it was gonna be good though. It was gonna be good. I wish you guys would have been there.
Pero pues como dicen, que con la experiencia, la experiencia la agarras de largo, a largo plazo.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
I gotta say, on my own experience, I can see my son, and he's very timid. He doesn't talk a lot, and those are things that I can catch on early on.
Yeah.
So I can take action.
Of course.
He's very afraid of trying many things. We just put him in classes for gymnastics, and he kind of doesn't believe in himself. He makes it hard on himself. So us as parents have to look at that and see what's wrong, and try to motivate him early on. Then no, you can do it. Because if at this point I take him out of that because he can't do it, what am I teaching him? Then he's gonna think that life is easy. You can quit at any time you want to, and that's not what I
Yeah.
want from him. So instead of telling him that, I push him and I tell him things are hard. They're not easy. You have to keep on going. You have to keep on trying, and eventually one day you're gonna be good at it.
Right. And it's okay. I told my kids, hey, if you fail, you know what I mean. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean. That's all right. And you know what? It's like what? Es como
Yeah.
uno. You know what I mean. Uno lo caga todo. La vas a cagar. You know what I mean. Uno que tiene que entender que la vas a pinche calabacear. You know. Un día es una cosa es cagarla de vez en cuando y otra cosa es vivir con diarrea. You know what I mean. Porque hay gente que la verdad.
Sí,
si
güey.
metes- O sea,
Hablándolo por lo claro.
la verdad, no,
Digámoslos como es, güey.
no,
Chingue su madre.
no ponemos atención.
Digo, para que se den una idea como de qué estamos hablando.
Exactamente.
No, pero ¿sabes qué, viejo? Es una cosa que de los que nos han... bueno, como yo me crié. I mean, todo el mundo te va a recordar cuando estás regando. Todo el mundo te va a decir cuando la estás cagando. Pero desafortunadamente, I don't know if it's culturistic or not, but when you do something right, when you do something good, there's always hating behind it. Like, okay, you got it right this one time. Bien lo dijo, pinche, what's his name? Ay, güey, pinche Ay, güey, George López. Esta madre, la tenía en la punta de la lengua. Ya salió. George López. Dice, ¿cómo somos los latinos? Que por eso no hay Hallmark cards para latinos. Que le dice, ¿cómo se vería una Hallmark card para latinos? It's like, oh, congratulations on your new job. You open it up. It says, don't fuck it up like the last one. That's what we are. That's how we are, bro. We can't. No podemos ver a alguien de la raza, güey, que le vaya bien, porque luego estamos tirando piedras. Eso es lo culero. Y así, básicamente muchos nos creamos de esa manera.
Sepa que los mexicanos tenemos carrilla, pero
Pero-
lo tienes que ser de buen corazón.
Pero, pero a veces duele, güey.
¿Ah?
A veces las palabras lastiman, güey.
Claro que
Como hay un proverbio de un señor en una marqueta that he's selling crabs. He has a bucket full of crabs that has a lid, and another bucket full of crabs that doesn't have a lid. The buckets that don't have a lid, those crabs are Japanese. But the crabs that have a lid, I'm sorry, the ones that don't have a lid are Mexican. And the ones that have a lid are Japanese. And then one customer comes and asks him, why do you have a lid for this one and not for this one? He's like, well, the Japanese, I have to put a lid on it because once they start going out, they help each other and they can escape. And the Mexicans, I don't have to worry about them because once they start try to get out, they pull each other down.
Oh God, yeah, man. You know, it's
So,
true. Though.
yeah, I mean, I. So going back to your comment, unfortunately, most of us Latinos don't support each other. You know, we instead of saying "great job," you're doing great. You know, I'm happy for you that you got this job.
Yeah, no, you're
We're
right.
like, shit, why you got this job? You don't deserve that job.
Exactly. No, it's fucked up. That's
Yeah.
what. That's why, dude.
Yeah.
It's up to us to break that cycle,
Yes.
to break
Apoyarnos.
that
Yeah.
mentality.
Apoyar,
You know,
apoyar, yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
Like if you see somebody that needs help them out. You know,
Yeah.
that's one thing I've always loved about my dad and my brother. Esos canijos, dude. If a stranger comes up to the door right now and says, "You know what, my car broke down," like they're down, they'll help out. I've seen it happen. I've seen them do that, and to me, honestly, that's inspiring, bro. For somebody to just wouldn't be willing to help out like that. Me, I got a little bit of more trust issues. With me, it's like, all right, well, what kind of car you're driving that I fucked up? It's like,
Yeah.
see, you shouldn't be driving a Honda, bro.
Hey, I don't know, man, but a couple of months ago, man, there was this lady. I get out of the house at 3:30, so I could get to work right and everything.
Damn,
Yeah, 3:30, 3:40. I'm already kind of running late.
I'm running late to my car to go home, bro. But go ahead.
Yeah, but there was this lady, asking, for a jump.
Yeah.
She was very nicely dressed,
Sí, que
though,
te la vas a putas.
you know. And I was like, nah, man. I don't know. It looks very sketchy, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At 3:40 with a very nice dress,
Yeah.
And not too long ago, not too long ago, there was a guy that needed help. A guy came behind him, got down, helped him.
Ya me gustó la historia, dile.
Ah,
Ya me gustó la historia, pero síguele.
No, o sea, el pedo fue de que llegó otro vato y lo robaron.
No me
Estaban trabajando
chingues.
juntos, you know what I
Pues
mean?
su madre.
Yeah,
culeros.
yeah. So you just gotta be careful, man. Just gotta be careful with that.
No, carnal. I got trust issues, but I really do. I mean, pero when it comes to like, te digo, like friends and family, they're doing well, bro. I
Yeah.
wish them the best,
With
man.
family, yeah, you know them. Obviously, you could help, right? I mean,
Yeah, bro. And even friends, I mean, even, a stranger, but you know what? It's, you can't, at least with me, I don't put my safety, before anything else. It's like I make sure my kids are fine and my family's fine before I even try to help anybody else. Because you never know. Danger's at every corner.
well, always,
You know?
always, man, always.
All right, welcome back again. No, we had a little interruption. Vino el landlord, las hizo de pedo.
I'm average.
Oh.
I looked it up.
Bueno, vino el landlord a hacerla de pedo que estamos haciendo mucho ruido. So.
En Japón,
en
¿verdad?
en
Average.
Japón.
Que miro que entran vatos y vatos y pues más está plana para uno, ¿no?
No, pero aquí les presentamos aquí a mi carnal, Lalo. Eduardo Magín, por si les debe algo.
Fitness protection. Okay, relocated now.
No, pero aquí nos vino a saludar porque ya tiene rato que no miraba así a su camarada el chino, que se conoce, que ¿desde cuándo eran novios, güey?
Oh, man.
¿Éramos? We never broke up?
No sabes, Ricky. Dude,
No,
man,
pero...
it was since 2000 and freshman. You were a freshman, no?
Okay, I'm making sure you remember.
That's right. Yeah, I do.
Get it wrong. Get it wrong and see what happens.
2002, baby. 2002.
Y de
Get
pura,
it wrong.
y de pura casualidad, ¿cuántos aniversarios te duele? Te debe, perdón, te debe.
Oh, man. Varios.
Oye,
O
güey,
varios.
no, y los domingos, güey, ni se diga. No, hombre. No, pero
Está bueno.
Lalo.
Domingos, las mañaneras, güey, ¿no?
Son los mejores. Can't wait.
Luego sí empiezan los chismes. No, but Lalo over here, he's our landlord. He's a landlord over here now. He's actually he's renting out his spot over here so we can do the podcast for you guys. And dude, seriously, man,
I'm not gonna give you a discount.
support small business, please.
Ya ves, güey, para eso lo invitabas. ¿No que según te iba a dar descuento?
Bueno,
Ya que estás mirando toda la electricidad va a subir, güey.
Qué porrazo.
No le des ideas.
Chingada. ¿Sabes qué? Es más, no, ya se va.
Este es un micrófono, güey. Yo parece estudio aquí.
Ya.
No, pues la idea es esa, dijo, ¿no? El chavo. La idea es esa.
Dice Pepe Garza aquí.
El
No,
Piolín va a estar aquí la próxima semana.
No, y no saben, tenemos de invitar la. ¿Cómo se llama la pinche? La Jenny 69.
No,
No, güey, no,
No.
nos corren, güey. No, hombre, ni se nos ocurre acá. Oye,
Hey,
pero, o sea, como
maybe we get at least one follower.
No, mira, te voy a decir, güey. O sea,
Al
como sea,
follower.
yo no sé qué chingados, o sea, de voz. Qué chingados I don't get it, bro. Why the fascination? There's people that are losing their shit over this chick. Like, pero, hey, again, this is our own opinion. We're not sponsored by Jenny 69.
Ajá.
Pero holy crap, bro. I mean, la neta, dude, ya, así por poquito se me animaba. I'm gonna start going a soloist.
Disculpa mi ignorancia, pero ¿quién es la Jenny 69?
es la que,
That's what I'm talking about.
es la que viene,
Yo no sé tampoco.
es la que viene de
Es
Riverside.
la que viene de Riverside, güey.
No
La
sé
que
quién es, pero mira, déjate un video que tengo aquí.
Lo tiene saved el güey.
Es the front screen of the
Pero-
phone.
Dice, déjame
Sí,
decir mi lock screen.
Pues si oye mi señora, no sé quién es. Mira.
Ay. Carlita, luego te mando el link para el YouTube video. No, viejo, pero fíjate, oye, no sé la raza de la tía. Cada quien su rollo, la neta, pero a mí no me pasa ese pinche pedo.
No, neta, güey. ¿Quién es la
Ay, sí.
Estamos serios.
Pues son varios, ya son
Exacto.
varios artistas que están bien madreados. la verdad.
Mira, yo nomás que con ella ya de tiro ya. Es más, casi, y cancelo la pinche cuenta del Instagram, güey. Ya me estaba enfadando, güey.
Ya.
Hija, ¿cómo era la pinche canción? Es más, antes ni se me olvidaba, güey. I can't even fucking think about it.
Soy la 69.
Ándale, güey. Gracias. Güey. No, hombre, es
Mi
que
respeto, que le vaya bien.
que le vaya bien, viejo, pero no, la neta es not my cup of tea, bro. Not my cup of tea. I never got that shit, but de cada quien sus gustos. Adelante.
Con
Dios,
todo.
Diosito los
300
perdone.
por el fierro. ¿O ¿Cómo va?
300.
No va a decir por el 300.
Güey, ¿ya cobras? Antes no cobrabas en la high school. Qué bueno que ya no nos miramos. Yo quedé endeudado.
Say hi to the camera.
Oh, God.
300 por el fierro.
No es al revés. Ay, güey, al revés. No, mamá.
Inflation, ¿verdad? Your rates went up.
Oye, güey, no. Hey, bro, desde que nos subieron el azúcar nos bajaron los huevos. Agárrate, cabrón. No, güey, es que, hey, dude, la pinche crisis está cabrona, güey.
Tiene que sobrevivir de algo,
Pues sí,
supongo.
güey. No, la pinche gasolina.
¿Cuál crisis, güey?
¿Eh?
Vamos.
Ah, perdón.
No es cierto.
Perdón. Excuse
Ay,
me.
güey.
Oh, God.
What's up, buddy? I can tell. Yeah. You're okay, though? You got plenty of wrist in there, didn't you? I was a little concerned, man. You know, I was a little concerned. I was genuinely concerned. I was like, holy crap, I hope the skin didn't pass out in there. But you're good? Yeah?
Pero yo
You're numb?
pedo confundido.
Good. Yeah, bullshit aside, man. Actually, like, okay, so I was watching current events when I was in the restroom. In the chingas way, I had my elbows to my knees and I was, okay, I was playing Candy Crush. Chingas matter. And it was getting really good. In the chingas way, I had my fucking elbows to my knees and fucking, it's one of those where I was there long enough that I didn't realize that my knees were fucking falling asleep. So when I got up, my legs were like asleep.
Hormiguitas.
No me chingues, güey. Que as soon as I got up, que no sentí que me iba de frente, que voy de hocico contra la pared, güey. No mames, güey.
Dale, Nico, check that.
¿Qué le dices,
drywall. Check that
¿Y qué
drywall.
dices, güey? Tasty.
Ay, güey.
Sin un diente, ¿verdad?
Desde ese día no juego pinche Candy Crush.
A mí me gusta cuando me pasa eso, que está ahí uno con chorro, ¿verdad? Con lo que sea, ¿verdad? Que tiene un chingo de tiempo ahí.
Güey, tú sufres un chingo de eso, güey.
Sí, la verdad que sí, Michi, la verdad que sí. Que rebanada de aire me da chorro.
That must feel nice because when you have 3 girls and a wife, one restroom, no, tienes que cagar parado, güey, casi. Ya te andan tocando, apenas te va dando la pinche el pantalón, ya te andan tocando.
No puedes ni agarrar vuelo, güey. porque sí. Oh, fuck, dude. ¿Qué bathrooms canchos de que la chingada?
Oh, mi madre.
No, viejo, pero tú porque quieres, cabrón. No hay como 8 baños en esa pinche casa.
No, está lejos de los demás.
Ese.
Que lo lleven de
¿Y
la
por qué
mano.
no quiero ir yo?
Dice,
Why do I have to go to the other ones?
es que, güey,
¿Por qué no pueden ir ellos?
La niña de 5 años. ¿Verdad?
Oye, no, pero
Sí,
no chingue. No, es que en la noche, güey, allá, dame yo.
Sí.
Dame yo.
¿Por qué?
Dicen que allá que espantan, ¿no, güey?
Eso no me lo sabía yo.
No, güey, deja eso. Y acá atrás en la noche, güey, soy el ladrido de perros.
Sí.
Neta.
Sí, sí, sí. Aquí-
No por las dálmatas que están ahí afuera, pero da miedo, güey.
Y un gallo, ¿verdad? güey? Que
Y un
mata.
gallo, güey.
Pero ese sí espanta, porque
Oye,
manda a medianoche, a las 3 de la madrugada.
Eso
güey.
sí,
Dale.
ese hijo su-
Estamos,
mamá.
Está loco ese güey.
Qué
Ya ni sale el sol.
Ese güey está para chino, güey. Para que se lleve a su casa, después se levanta a las 3 de la mañana.
Actually, we had checkers at the house.
No,
Me
fucking
despertaba primero que el pinche gallo. God, man, I hated that.
Órale, pinche gallo, levántate ya, güey.
Ey, Simón,
¿En serio?
cachetada. Güey, ya me voy, culo. No me despertaste.
No, este cabrón, like, this fool just, he'll fucking go off. The pinche gallo empieza a cacaraquear, güey, en la mañana, pero es para que me vaya a dormir. Dice, ya,
Ya duérmete, güey.
ya duérmete,
Ya apaga la luz. Que apaga la luz, estoy tratando de dormir.
Oye, neta, güey. No, que no. Pero estamos hablando, güey, antes de que llegaran a interrumpirnos. No, no,
Where were we?
nah, we're talking about
Relationship.
like, dude, we're talking about relationships. We're talking about full-time, hey, dude,
Parenting.
full-time mom, full-time dads, and you're actually in another position, man. Your girl works full-time and she's going to school, bro. How's that working out?
Damn.
Double income. ¿Qué no sé? I think that says it all.
Oye, qué Nico, pero it's a trip, man. Sometimes I'm like, we find out that she like sleeps like 4 hours and shit. She's going at it and then going to school. Like she's doing
Yeah.
both, no?
I don't know how she does that shit. I couldn't do it.
Moral support, right? The
Güey,
moral
pues no le voy
support.
a preguntar, güey, porque luego me va a
Se va a poner a
reclamar.
pensar.
Sí. De veras, porque
No
why am I
sabes.
doing it? No, ni la
Recuerda,
recuerde, güey. ¿no?
Ni le muevo.
Stop recording that. Stop recording that.
But yeah, just skip to the next topic, please.
Bueno,
No, pero sí, I mean, yeah, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
oh yeah, dude. I mean, shit.
I mean, we wouldn't have what we have if it wasn't because we both work, I guess. Yeah.
You guys,
You know, and like you
It's a
said,
Qué modesto, güey.
It's a sacrifice, you know. That's
No, it is,
why
brother. It
it's
is.
a sacrifice. I mean, she takes a lot of time away from the girls during the week. So do I, and that's why we try to spend quality time with them the weekends at least.
Of course.
Y aquí estoy, güey, con ustedes. Pinche weekend.
los niños, si todavía no están dormidos los niños, ¿sabes? Vas a ver.
Tenía afuera esperándolo, güey.
No, mira.
Que no sabes.
Medianoche, 12:30 ya.
Fui por la,
Ah, no,
por
no
la
sé.
teta, güey. Ya no, aquí me quedé.
Oye, güey, pero bueno, anda ya hablando de cosas espantosas. Perdón. No, pero estamos hablando de que se espanta, ¿no? Pero allá en Buena no espanta, güey, porque esta casa ya es del año del alcalde, güey. Tiene rato, ¿no?
No sé por qué no es viejo ya.
Como digo, güey, como me duermo y ni me despierta la niña de 10 meses, güey, cuando llora. ¿De qué me vas a pensar
Eso
un
es
pinche
espantoso.
fantasma?
Hey, but for real, you haven't, like, because out here,
I haven't.
because the lights were, there was a time when there wasn't light over here, so,
Yeah.
in the back, so, I mean, it looked
It's scary,
freaky as
I
hell
know.
out here.
Fuck yeah.
You didn't run into anything?
Not me.
Holy shit, dude.
My sister one time, you know,
What?
sneaking out.
A tweaker?
No,
My
güey.
sister.
What?
Yeah, she's sneaking. I said,
Oh, she was sneaking
Yeah, if I run into anyone, like, yeah, my sister, she's sneaking out. I flash the light, parecía como pinche venado así, en la pinche carretera, like...
Freeze.
La parió este, güey. ¿A dónde vas? Y se da la vuelta, güey. Lo me la hacía así.
A dormir. ¿A dónde vas? A dormir.
Aumenta la luna, dice.
No, más que
Y estaba todo nublado, güey, no se miraba ni la luna.
quería baño de luna.
Así como nunca has visto a los mapaches en la noche, güey, cuando te los encuentras.
Oh, yeah.
No, güey.
Vas saliendo de la casa y pinche mapacho va caminando enfrente de ti y se para.
Te mira.
Y te mira así como, a ver, párate, güey, a ver si no nos mira aquí nada más parados.
Qué pedo.
Don't move, don't move.
Espérate.
Estamos invisibles, güey.
A ver si ahorita se va este güey.
Si no,
Yo no sé si se va porque la neta sí dan miedito los güeyes.
pues sí,
Yo sí me
güey.
voy.
Sí,
Yo no les hago plática. ¿no?
It's fucking scary though, dude.
Yeah, they are, man.
¿Te imaginas? Fucking rabbits.
Yeah.
Bien pinche con babies y la chingada.
Yeah.
Pero viejo. What about you, Poito? Any scary stories? I know you got stories, bro. Este canijo. Mira, güey, habías contado historias, güey, no podía uno dormir. Güey. Y luego decía, güey, luego, es como cuando estamos en San Luis Obispo, fuimos a Camp San Luis Obispo con la escuela una semana. Ese cabrón se contaba unas historias, pero así medio macabronas. No, una vez que no podía dormir, güey. Me dice este cabrón, oye, güey, vete a tu cama.
Madre.
Le digo, dame ello, güey.
Abrázate. ¿Qué dijo Ricky? Yo soy la cuchara chiquita.
Pero solo te quería regresar, ¿verdad, güey?
¿Por qué crees que le llamé?
Por eso
Que fuimos por él, porque nos llamaron, no se quiere regresar.
ya le gustaron las historias de Emilio. Oh, God.
No, viejo. Pero no, you got stories, brother. Ándale.
Pollo.
¿Qué es lo más cabrón que te haga? Así que digas, no puedo dormir ahora sí.
Pues a mí personalmente no me ha pasado nada. With some of my friends
A ver.
driving in Mexico, there is nothing on the roads over there.
No, ya está cabrón, güey.
Yeah, very, very scary.
Go ahead.
They were driving, I want to say like at 2 a.m. in the morning. And through the distance, they could see something white floating.
Madre. La migra.
Mm.
Eso da miedo, güey. No, pero dale,
No,
dale.
no, it was white, not green.
White and green.
So they could see this white spot moving back and forth
Yeah.
from one side to the other. And then they started driving slowly because it
There's something
started
on
to
the
get
road.
scary. Yeah, there was
Shit.
something on the road. And then they got to it, and all of a sudden it was gone.
The fuck?
And then they just continued driving for I want to say 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then one of them started to feel they was cold in the back seat.
Oh,
And then
Te voy a medio ña.
sí.
Ahora sí.
they didn't want to turn back.
Chino homie.
They didn't want to turn back. And then
Como elefantitas del otro.
they all of a sudden heard, aquí me bajo.
No.
Oh, no.
Then they turned back. There was a lady sitting in the car.
Oh, hell no.
And then she vanished.
No.
Madre, güey. ¿Te imaginas, güey? ¿Que eres Uber y se te bajó sin pagar? No, güey, no chingues. That's scary,
Yeah.
bro. No.
Yeah.
Se bajó el entretenimiento.
A ver,
You know what? Actually, there is something that did happen to me
A ver.
here in on Citrus, on Glendora. There is a what is it? It's a base. No, not baseball. It's a. ¿Cómo se llama esa madre? Where you play with a stick,
¿De güerita?
the ball.
¿Golf?
Golf. There you go.
A la
Golf.
madre.
Ay, güey.
Sí, como
There is a golf.
lo que es
club right
tener dinero, güey. de veras.
Ah, lo que iba a decir, hay niveles.
I
Me da una pinche escoba. Escoba.
there. I actually had a scoba because I was the one cleaning it.
Pensé que iba a ser valero.
Ya sé quién te espantó, fue este güey. Te vio.
Well, anyways, I was going through some of the rooms, cleaning them up.
Simón.
And for cleaning those places, it's not like you go at 2 in the afternoon and you clean it. No.
Yeah.
You have to wait until everybody leaves. The place is empty and it's usually at night.
Yeah.
So it was like around 3 in the morning. And all of a sudden I see somebody dressed in white walking through a hall. I'm like, well, there's nobody here at this time. So I went to look for who that person was to tell them that they couldn't be there anymore. It was
Yeah.
closed and nobody was allowed after that time. So I walk, and at the end to the right, there is some restrooms. There is a huge restroom for gentlemen.
Yeah.
And I came in there, and there was nobody there.
Uh-huh.
But you could feel that it was freaking cold in there. Why? I don't know. It was in the middle of the summer.
What kind of building was this?
This is it's a golf course.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's why you had to say that it was a golf
Yeah.
course.
It's a golf course. And
Pero no
then
estaba jugando, güey. Just cleaning up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was cleaning up.
¿A qué hora fue esto? A ver, empieza otra vez.
¿En cuál fue para to cancel my membership?
Ay,
Ay, sí, güey.
And then I come out,
Pinche boomers.
and then I see that same person walking towards the other end of the hall.
Hey.
But at this time, I'm like, I don't want to go look for the person anymore.
Fuck, man. Dude,
excuse me.
I can't do scary shit like that. Cabrón.
Then the next day, there is this cook that usually stayed overnight
Yeah.
to clean the kitchen and everything.
Uh-huh.
And I came up to him because I got in before he was about to head out. And I I asked him, "Do you know if there is somebody here that stays overnight to do something else besides cleaning or cleaning the kitchen?" He's like, "No, it's usually just you and me." And then I tell him what happened, and I said this person, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, that has happened before."
No.
That'll be the last fucking day I work there, bro.
And then I asked him, "What do you mean?"
2 checks.
They said, "Well, the person used to work here before you saw a lady that was dressed in white,
Yeah.
and there is a story here in this place where a lady who's gonna get married passed away in these premises, and every so often somebody can see her. And you've been lucky because you haven't heard her. You only saw her.
Oh, no.
But if you hear her, you better get out of here."
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the last day I worked there.
No, fuck that, dude.
Bernie.
Shit, dude.
que
Imagine
que
that
tenga
shit.
que Fernando.
No, le digo patitas, ¿pa' qué te quiero, güey?
Córrele, que te alcanzo.
Yeah,
No, viejo.
and I'm sure there are a lot of places out there that have
¿Y,
to.
y qué
they're
decía?
similar to that.
¿Qué decía?
I never had the guts. to
Cásate
that.
conmigo, ¿verdad? No, ni
No,
madre.
they say that she was looking for her husband because she died on the day she was gonna marry.
Güey, lo
Por
bueno
eso
es
no me caso, güey.
lo bueno es que está buscando a su marido y no a sus hijos. güey. Olvídate, güey. Ay, mis hijos.
Yeah, they say that sometimes they can see her sitting
So
outside.
you quit that day, right?
Yeah, I did. I did. I just called them and tell them, you know what?
Las
I'm not coming
cobitas
back."
nomás.
After I sold my pants, I told them I wasn't going back.
Damn, bro. See, cabrón, no, forget it. I quit that fucking second, bro. I was like, you know
Ni
what?
la bolsa de basura termino de quitar, chica, su madre, ya, vámonos. Dame 2 cheques. Te estás tardando.
¿Y tú, Chinito? ¿Qué tal? Any scary, bro?
Scary stories?
Maybe a ghost plane landed on the airport or some shit?
No, you know what? No.
That was my story. I'm just saying. Ghost plane is my story and trademark by Rick Rodriguez.
Una vez me movieron la cama y eso que estaba.
Ay, eso qué raro, güey.
Aquí en California, güey.
California.
Hey, you know what?
It was an earthquake.
Hey, you know what? I did get up though. I got up. I turned on the TV. You know, I went, on social media to see, because de volada.
Y se pone
Magnitude,
cuando
whatever.
la cama me da vuelta.
Y no había nada. I was awake for a while, man. I was like, what was that? In the morning, I asked everybody. I asked at work, hey, did you guys feel an earthquake? No, nobody felt anything, man. It was, me movieron la pinche cama. Y dormía nomás en un colchón. It was just a mattress, you know what I mean? They didn't even, so I was like, what the fuck?
Entonces, ya sabemos dónde agarró el temblor.
Hey, en la
En,
cama.
en la cama.
Yeah, no, that's about it, man. I don't know, nothing. I mean, I heard about, crazy stories.
There's crazy stories out there, bro. And you know what? Something you can be skeptical all you want, but it's not until shit happens to you, dude, that you really start tripping out. Because I could hear people talking to me, and honestly, there was one of them. He would tell the stories, and I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, oh shit, that's a good story. But and back then it was because it was girls with us. It was like, oh shit, we're all listening to these stories and we're getting into it. It's cool, and then this fool and a couple other guys pop out the guitars and like, pura mujeres divinas, ¿no?
Cantar
Turn off the light,
Backstreet Boys
Ricky.
songs.
Ya, apagas la pinche luz.
Pero la pinche luz. Vas a ver si no sientes. No sé si la historia, ¿verdad? Pero-
No, pero a mí a mí me pasó chingón una vez cuando estaba en el camión. I was in the truck and we were driving over to I was in Washington driving towards Port Angeles, but you have to take this one road that's literally it's one lane up, one lane down, and you're going through these like through the side of through a canal, and the roads are pretty tight, man. You feel like you get the truck can barely make it through, but we made it. And I was gonna get my appointment was for like 6 in the morning to deliver to Port Angeles, and I was about 2.5 hours early. And I'm like, you know what? There's a spot that I can actually move over. There's nothing around. There's just enough. There's a little way to actually park your truck, to pull over, park your truck. And I was like, I'm gonna pull out right here. I'm gonna knock out for a couple hours, and I'm 30 minutes away from my stop. So I did, and my buddy was in the back. He was in the sleeper, and I just chilled right there by the in the driver's seat, and I just kind of leaned over against the window, and I could hear literally, dude, just something going like against the trailer, just like bushes against the trailer, and I'm like, what the hell, dude? That's trippy. I didn't get that close.
Se escuchó como aire. Eso es un pedo.
No, güey, luego que se escucha otra vez, la pinche, like, nomás, like, brushes, like, something brushing against the trailer.
You were parked?
Like, bueno, no así, porque es así tan culero.
Were you parked? Or,
I was parked.
Okay.
And I could hear it, dude, like brushes, like, or like, ¿cómo te digo? Like,
Rozones.
Rozones de, like, that from trees or branches or something. And it tripped me out. I'm like, well, fuck, nomás se escuchaba y luego el aire.
Are you sure it went in your stomach? 'Cause I've heard it. It's scary, bro.
No, güey. Yo nomás escuchaba que yo le decía. Pero.
Ya quisieras, güey.
Pareces virgen.
Ya quisiera que le hicieras así, güey.
Pero.
Petadito,
Bueno, no era el aire el que le decía, era yo, güey, ya. Pero es mi cuento, mi pedo, mi rollo.
Literalmente.
Pero fíjate que me sacó de onda, agarré la pinche lamparona, güey, la cabrona, the one that fucking light up the whole forest and shit. Because it was, dude, la macanona, güey. Because you can actually, like, if you look at the other side of the road, you could see trees on both sides. And if you actually light the lamp towards the trees, the light only gets so far, and then it's just nothing but darkness. And it's creepy as fuck. So I get off. I go around the truck, and I'm looking around. I'm looking first on the driver's side. Obviously, there's no brushes or anything against it. I look on the other side, and there's no brushes, nothing against it. And I'm like, okay, well, where the fuck is brushing against the trailer? I get back on the truck, and honestly, I am freaking out. And next thing I hear against the trailer, be like,
Nah.
like, fuck that, turn that shit on, and I'm out, bro. I'm like,
You left?
I left, dude. I'm like, fuck that. Like, I really want to get some rest. I thought it was going to be cool. Bro, que prendo el camión. Y yo, vámonos. No, that scared the shit out of me, dude. I never stopped again. Now, I don't know. It could have been somebody messing with me. Somebody lived around there. Thought, you know what, it'd be funny to mess around with the truck there or whatever. But that really did scare the crap out of me. But that was as far as I went with that shit.
I don't know, man, but the crazy thing about scary or ghosts and stuff like that is that it's supernatural things. You know what I mean? It's out of this realm. You know what I mean? It's supernatural. That blows my mind.
No, pero a mí me pasa casi con like pollo. Right, pollo? Okay. Make sure I get his name right. But I know I remember him.
That's not his name, but
him. No, a few pounds. Heavier.
Como te dije, Pollo, como estaba diciendo hace rato, nosotros los mexicanos, we hate against each other. No puede ver uno superarse porque luego no lo quieren tirar al suelo. Pero bueno, este es de la canasta cerrada.
El cambiado, güey, de la cara.
Eso sí, es el mismo. Ese cabrón ni más viejo. Entonces se la rifó.
Cuando entré, ya sabes quién era. No,
pero dile, pinche ojete. Bienvenidos a Radio Ojete.
Hey,
pinche ojete.
Hey, I'm gonna talk like the guys at my work. I'm an apprentice, and they're like, I'm like, bro, I'm the middle child. There's nothing that you can say to me that could hurt me, bro. I heard it all. You got me fucking short, prieto, where the fuck you are? I heard it all. Qué peludo hasta los de los, you know? I've been training for this day.
Oye, neta, güey, la pinche carrera que se llevó desde morro, eso sí, ese. Oye, no, pero neta, sorry te interrumpí, pero es lo que te decía. Así nos llevamos, así nos criamos de pinche de ojete, estúpido, mentadas de madre, con nuestra propia madre.
Llegar a pasar,
pero por lo mismo, we build thick skin y tenemos aguante, ¿verdad? Pero no lo volvemos a invitar por ojete.
Pero ¿sabes qué? Culero.
Por culero, hablemos por lo claro.
La pinche palabra.
No,
las
pero
cosas como son.
Es como hablándolo por lo claro, decía Don Cheto. Bueno,
Pues ya,
no me vaya,
¿me
no me
comes,
vaya, no me voy a aventar a la don Cheto.
No, pero a mí me pasó back in 2006.
Simón.
And we were living in San Bernardino right here, northern San Bernardino. I live in North San Bernardino, but back then we used to live north there.
Oh, por allá por el 215.
Sí, allá.
Sí, para los que no conocen, está por el 215.
Ya por allá. Allá por Devor Heights.
Ah, perdón.
Por allá.
Excuse me.
Todos San Bernardino, pero los que viven ahí dicen Devor Heights.
Wow.
Y, oye, qué pendejadas.
Hasta yo me quedé, güey. Ay, güey, Devor Heights, ¿dónde está eso? Down the street from
No, mira, on that note, ¿cómo me jodió una vez que me mandaron una vez, I had to make a delivery. Me dice, oh, vas a ir a Rancho Domínguez. Ah, ¿qué tal? A Rancho Domínguez. ¿Dónde chingados está Rancho Domínguez? Voy viendo en ese tiempo, güey, no había que Google Maps ni la chingada. Yo estoy betarro. Yo estaba viendo el pinche Thomas Guide en los pinches, por páginas, güey. Y voy viendo, ¿dónde chingados queda Rancho Domínguez? Hay un pendejo buscándole por todos lados, preguntándole a otros drivers, hasta que no hubo que tenía la decencia de decirme, güey, Rancho Domínguez es Compton. ¿Por qué madres? No me chingues. Yo medio era buscando. Es Compton, güey. Le digo, qué pendeja. Bueno, pero síguele, güey. A mí eso me caló, me cabrón. Pero bebías en Devor Heights, perdón.
Ya,
no en Compton, Devor Heights.
Back in 06, right out of high school, mi papá me dijo, ¿trabajas o vas a la escuela? Pues fui a la escuela. ¿Aquí a trabajar? ¿Aquí a trabajar, güey? Entonces me quedaban hasta en la casa solo en todo el día. En el MySpace, me acuerdo, estaba ahí en la pinche MySpace. La pinche computadora, pinche broadband.
Todavía dial-up, ¿no?
Dial-up. Pinche, you gotta get a bunch of those, all this para agarrar internet for a month.
You got mail.
Te vencía uno y ganabas otro pinche disco para ganar otro gratis.
A puros samples se le dio así. Hey, pero ahí cómo lo ves, con sus samples así, era el chingón del barrio, güey. Era el que tenía internet todo el pinche año.
Hablando de samples, ¿cuántos de ustedes quedaron debiendo los pinches 15 CDs que nos mandaban por correo, güey?
No sé de qué me estás hablando.
¿Cómo se llamaba? Columbia House.
Columbia House. Pero yo no sé nada de eso. Ni idea de qué me están hablando. Pero a mí me llegó mi colección de Polo y Chicoche, valió madre.
Simón.
Pero se lo pagaste, ¿verdad?
Pagué ni un centavo por CD, como me dijeron. Ni un centavo más, ni un centavo menos. Hijos de eso, pero qué vergüenza. Perdón, Columbia House.
They're not in business no more.
Eso no hay pedo. Gracias por todo.
Quien los manda a regalar sus pinches discos.
Es más, güey, ¿quién usa CDs ahora? Who uses CDs? La neta.
No, ya ni los carros vienen con
Ya, no, ni los carros, güey.
Bueno, por lo menos los míos, ¿no?
Bueno, ya vas a contar su
Perdón. Ay, perdón, cuéntate. No.
Estamos en Rancho Domínguez.
Está más bueno la cotorrea que me quiero recordar, güey.
No, pero hablemos de estabas en Devor Heights.
So, yeah, I was in my room, in the computer, in MySpace, back in the days. Writing to Chino, le mandaba esos pinche copy and paste messages, like, oh, you send this to 20 guys, and found true love in 2 days.
Y yo bien emocionado.
Y no, pues yo estaba bien entrado, güey, en la pinche computadora y así in the corner of my eye, I saw something by the door. And I kept going on the computer, ¿no? And I no se iba. And when I looked over, I saw a little girl.
Oh.
And that little girl, and I swear, like, estaba like, así como vestida en blanco.
No teníamos música macabra, güey, pero
no.
Tan, tan, tan.
I saw a little girl. Y como dice, like, I don't know what, but my instinct, something told me, oh, follow her. You know, but like, what the fuck is it? You know, I went out there. And I went out there, and I saw her going to my parents' room. And I ran in there and I was looking and I was like, what the fuck am I looking for?
Wow.
Like, no mames, like my sisters are in school. I dropped them off. I'm here by myself. There's nobody that young here. Like, I'm like, fuck.
Tú te hubieras muerto en una pinche película de miedo, güey. Te hubieras muerto.
Este güey es la pinche güera que corre arriba, güey, y se esconde atrás de la cortina, güey.
Seguro,
Y todavía grita, ¡no!
Yeah, pero something I'm like, I don't know, my instinct was like, oh, like, what the fuck is it? I followed her into my mom's room, and so I realized, like, no, that's it. Fuck, it had to be a fucking ghost. I was thinking, I went into the fucking, to their guest, into their
Simón.
bathroom and everything. I was like, fucking, like,
No,
that
there's no
fucking
way.
jam. Me fui a caminar la pinche Walmart for the rest of the day. No tenía ningún centavo para comprar nada, güey, pero.
Güey.
Puro window
¿Qué
shopping.
tienda, güey?
Puro window shopping.
Window shopping.
¿Y qué dices, güey? No, ahorita se enfada y se va. Mientras.
Corta, corta, come y se va.
Ahorita ni me espante,
No,
güey, que me voy.
hombre. Hijo de su madre, güey. No, fíjate que ahorita me hiciste de acordar. Donde te hay historias, güey, en la casa de mi suegro, o mi ex suegro. Ahí hay historias, güey. Dice que hay un niño que caminaba, que camina por las noches y lo escuchan. El rollo está en que el chavito no trata de lastimar a nadie. Simplemente hace sus cosas. Pero hay varias historias de esa casa. Una fue cuando Celeste estaba chica. When she was about it. Damn, she was like 3 years old, I think, or 3 years old, something like that. She was barely talking. And we were in what used to be my ex-wife's room, and they were the three boys. Her three brothers were in the room, and my daughter goes over to all the boys and says, "Oh, bye, Vani. Also, bye, Giovanni. Bye, Ivan for Fabian, and bye, Eton for Nestor." And then she goes over to the closet, and she says, "Oh, bye, little boy," and she walks away. And I'm like, damn, oh, shit. That freaked me the hell out, dude. Like, we just looked at her like, what the fuck? And then another one was later on, me and my brother-in-law, we went to upstairs to the computer. Actually, no, this was before. You know, she was young. She was younger, but we were upstairs and we were looking for part for my ex-suero's car, a truck. I'm sorry. And as we were looking for it, we clearly heard, because the door is one of those knobs that usually you turn. You flip. You know, obviously every knob's got to be turned. But this one you grab it's a handle. It's a handle and you turn.
Tiempo, güey, dije.
Bueno. Bueno. Pero me entendiste, güey.
He's my older brother también. Like, I'm the middle. He's the older, so le tocó carrilla, so I knew he was going to correct himself.
Este güey, te digo, güey, el de la canasta abierta. Te estoy diciendo. Pero, dude, you could hear, it's not that you just heard it, but you clearly felt somebody turn the handle. Like right now, somebody's walking out and making all kinds of noise. Chingado. Bueno, they turned the handle. You could feel, dude. We had our backs towards the door. You could feel that somebody snuck their head in. And right before we turned around, like they just closed the door and slammed it. So we're like, oh shit. We just looked at each other like, what the fuck was that? So we turned around and I go, I was like, let me see, dude, it's probably Giovanni or something. And you're his brother coming in with his mom or whatever. And we open the doors like, hey, Gio. Nada, güey. Gio. Nothing. I go downstairs. Gio. Nada. We go down to the kitchen, and his mom and his brother, Giovanni, were just pulling up into the garage, dude. There was nobody in the house. That shit freaked me the hell out. And there's more stories about that shit, dude. I got one that tripped me out the most because I actually saw something that was trippy. So the trippy part for me was we went one day to my ex-wife and I went over to my in-laws, and we were gonna pick something up. And they said, "Okay, Giovanni's in there." I'm like, "Okay, I'll go over and I knock on the door, nothing." And then I went knock on the window, nothing. And I knock on the door again, nothing. Then I'm thinking, okay, well, we hit him up. He wouldn't answer, and I actually opened up the mail slot, and I clearly saw somebody walk over, like the silhouette, because there's the back of the kitchen is actually lit from the light coming in through the patio, and I clearly saw a shadow of I thought it was Gio passing through the kitchen, like from one end of the hall to the other. I'm like, all right, he's there, so I'm knocking, Gio. And nada, güey, and I fucking kept knocking, and I just heard this guy coming down from the stairs, and you can hear the stairs. He comes down, opens the door. I'm like, hey, dude, like, were you out here right now? It's like, nah, dude, I was taking a shower, just came down right now. I'll never go into the house by myself, bro. Ever. But they're used to it, so it's all good. But anyways, yeah, so that was it, man. That scared the crap out of me. But again, that's one of the reasons I would never go there by myself. But anyways, where are we at?
I'm right here sitting down.
We're shocked, man. We're just shocked about this
waiting
scary
waiting
movie
not to be
That's
scared.
viejo. That's viejo, güey, pero
That's
se te
coming.
olvidó.
So that dun, dun, dun.
This is just coming down right now. It's sinking in.
You know,
leaving my body.
I think us as humans we're very susceptible to this type of stuff.
Yeah.
There's energy out there that we're not familiar to, that
Yeah,
we don't know.
I'm telling you, I believe in supernatural, man. You know what I mean? Religion wise, I do believe, there is a higher being out there. You know what I mean? There's no way that we are just a blob of mass. You know what I mean?
Well,
I don't know.
Let me ask you a question. Do you consider yourself more Catholic or agnostic, or how do you see?
Gnostic, yeah.
Agnostic?
Yeah. I mean, I believe what the Bible says.
So you consider yourself more in the religious aspect? You're more Catholic or Christian, or how do you see?
Well, again, it's just what the Bible says. Because, again, Catholicism, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's the doctrine. The doctrine is a little weird, right? But
Yeah,
but what the Bible says, what the message
Yeah.
is, you know what I mean? I believe in that. Yeah.
Yeah, but first let me put out there that we, like, obviously you got to respect everybody's
Definitely.
points of views as far as religion and politics, and those are two things that I really don't like to discuss with anybody, because it doesn't matter how much you bring it up or how much you try to express your
Definitely.
point. You're never going to change anybody's mind.
Yeah, and then it's a belief system, right?
Exactly.
We still have freedom of speech, and we have to,
Yeah.
again, respect that.
Yeah, because you're questioning somebody's beliefs in politics or religious, because that's not what I was trying to do. I just want to put that
No,
across.
definitely, no.
It's
Of course.
you question their belief system, and you're questioning who they are, and that's a tough
Yeah.
pill to swallow. So,
Yeah,
obviously.
but
But
not at
I
all.
was just curious about it, because I feel like I'm a more agnostic myself. I do believe in a higher power. I do believe that that just I said it just we didn't just happen out of the blue. There's got to be more to it, man.
Yeah,
Got to be more
there's
to it.
intelligence. You know what I mean? Where it's I don't know, man. Just the Fibonacci. You know what I mean? Symbol or what it is. Just the patterns, the cycles that we have, where we live, right? I mean,
Yeah,
just this rock that we're in. With the things that are happening.
and we're discovering new things every day, bro.
Definitely right, man. Definitely right.
But my brother here, actually, let me put him on the spot a little bit. You used to say you were atheist, right?
Wow.
There was a time where you said you're atheist, but it tripped me out.
I
But
don't really practice religion. Really
No,
believe in any.
well,
I mean, I look at the Bible. I read it, and the way I see it, it's like to learn. And I mean, it teaches you stuff that you can use in life. That's the way I see it. You read stories and you in there, and then I think they're put there for us to teach us lessons to use in life. But other than that, I'm not really religious.
Well, the
I don't
reason-
really practice it.
But see, this is one of the things. The reason I was bringing that up is because there was my dad used to say something that tripped me out, because it really resonates on me. My dad used to say that when you have kids, you'll start believing in God, and the reason he would say it, he would say that when you're not with your kids, you'll realize that you're gonna hope that there's something or some kind of higher power out there that's watching over your kids when you're not there. It's because it's a scary situation when you have your kids and you're not there to protect them. I think that's one of my biggest fears. That my
Yeah.
kids might need me and I'm not there.
And you know what? Just seeing the evil out there. You know what I mean? Just
It's a scary
that-
world.
You know what I mean? That gives me more proof of the goodness out there. Because a lot of people say, well, if there's a God, why is there war? Why is there a child? Molestation? All this nasty stuff, right? Well, if you see, who God is, what he's what he teaches you,
Yeah.
it's not him, right? It's the other part, right? It's
The counterpart. Yeah.
the counterpart. Exactly right. You know what I mean? And evil is very present right now. You know what I mean? If you don't see it, then you don't know who your enemy is. If you don't know who your enemy is, then you're lost. You're throwing the empty punches. You know what I mean? You're never gonna be able to defend yourself because
Yeah, but I think that kind of philosophy goes back to, like, you can't have good without the evil. You can't have night without the day.
exactly right.
You can't have hot without cold. It's just you have to have that. Well, obviously, the proof of existence of one is the proof of existence of the other. But um, I said, back to this kid. I mean, it tripped me out because one day he told me something that tripped me out, bro. Like he was always saying he was agnostic and all, but he says one day we were hauling ass, bro, on the freeway. I remember you told me you were doing like he said you were hauling ass. I'm not even gonna put you on the spot over there, but he says that he told me one day he's like, dude, I fucking like I let off the gas because he says that he started thinking about his daughter. He's like, shit, dude, like if I eat it right now, who's gonna take care of my kid? That trip,
Yeah.
like it's crazy because it changes. Really, having kids just change your thought pattern.
Consciousness.
But maybe not religious wise. But I mean, it's kind of thing that just
No, you gotta think different, man. You know what? That's the problem too, man. With a lot of new parents or people that bring in kids into the world without knowing what the responsibility is that comes with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They simply they still want to live their life like if it was with no kids. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? My theory or my way of seeing it is it's kind of like a you have your book, right? You have you're writing your your life on a book.
right.
But you have kids, your book is closed, your kids' book's open, right? And you're in the story. Your story still continues, but now you're part of a something,
Something greater.
something greater. Exactly
Oh,
right.
something greater than you.
Exactly right. Yeah.
But that's not to say too that I think that one of the biggest mistakes we made, and we should have actually we should have touched base on this before, but I think one of the biggest mistakes we made is when we stopped making time for ourselves, for our partner, and for our kids.
Exactly
Because
right.
it cannot all be work. Obviously we gotta be able to make time for our partners, bro. I mean, how many times you make more time for dude, sometimes you make more time to go like for soccer or
Oh yeah.
for
Sport. There's
for sports and other stuff, but why can't we
games.
make some time for date night? Take the wife out. Go do something you haven't
Obviously,
come.
you don't have 3 little girls.
It's hard.
No, it's tough, but I'm saying no. But you know what? It's important, bro. It's important because eventually it catches. No, eventually, if I feel like if you don't make time for each other,
And you know what?
'cause-
I think a very important age is that when they're little. You know what I mean? With small kids, because
Yeah.
that's when they again they'll remember. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It'll show their love for you, and when they're older, it's because of what you taught them. When they're younger. You know what I mean?
no, I'd like to bring a good point on that because in reference to that sharing certain things in common, Pollo, your wife is actually really into she's you guys have share the same interest when it comes to Mexica.
Well,
Sorry. That a joke.
That's Mexico. That means Mexico, no?
Dile algo, güey. No te dejes.
Perdón, pero ya. A
Dile,
ver, no disrespect, ¿verdad?
That's-
Pinche ojete. Te estoy diciendo, güey. Don't worry, boy. It's not invited again. We're like the door next time. No, but I mean, you're into like the Aztec dancing. Your wife's really into it too. As a matter of fact, she does her own. She did her own dress last time, right? You were telling me.
Yeah.
That looked really nice, bro. She
Yeah.
did really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about that though.
Well, for me, religion, probably I'm gonna bring in a lot of people against me, but I'm not. I'm not for it. I respect everybody's opinion. I respect everybody's beliefs. I respect everybody thinks it's out there. But me, for myself, I can't. I I can go for the church, or I have read the Bible. I have figured out that there is a higher being out there, but I don't like to be scared all of the time. I don't like when they tell you, if you don't believe in this, you're gonna go to hell. If you don't do this, you're gonna go to hell. I honestly believe that the only religion out there is to be a good person.
I could do that. Yeah.
You know,
'Cause, I mean, and you know what?
El ojete quiere que les.
Es que
Well, it's
I
kinda
feel the
like
same
the-
way.
No.
You're either a good person or a bad person.
Yes.
No, but you know what?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, though. You're absolutely right. And like I said, everybody's opinions is respected here. It has to be.
Definitely.
Because
Yeah,
I know
don't-
people that
yeah.
go to
Pero-
church and they're really religious, but
Hold on.
Then they
suck.
go and do other stuff.
Yeah,
that
the
goes
hypocrite.
Well, I'm
yeah.
saying everybody's opinions are respected here.
So-
Están empezando conmigo. So cállense, por favor.
You know,
Nada,
and,
nada.
and now that you're bringing up culture,
Yeah.
you know, culture is not a religion either. Culture, what I'm doing is not something that I have to do because it's part of my religion. No, it's not. It's just something that I like to do.
Right.
And a lot of people question us, but they used to sacrifice people in the past. They used to sacrifice people because of the gods that were there. And you know,
160.
getting into all of that stuff, it's
¿Cuántos?
160 something gods.
Yeah.
The god of the corn, it was the biggest one. Actually,
you know
that was for the Mayans.
going into all of that is just a whole team to talk about just about that stuff. We don't believe in gods. We don't have gods.
Deities, right?
We have representations of stuff that we believe in,
Okay.
but they're not gods. We do not pray to them. We don't do any of that stuff. Now, sacrifice. Everybody did sacrifices before.
Yeah.
You know, I don't believe it's human sacrifice because when you go to work, you're sacrificing your time.
Yes, sir.
When you pay for something, you're sacrificing all that hard work that you have done.
Yeah.
That's the type of sacrifice that we believe in.
Right.
You know, when we're dancing out there, we're sacrificing our time, our bodies, our family time to do something that we like to do. And I don't
Right.
think it's any different than when we don't do we current anybody else could do now.
Of course.
You know, you sacrifice time to go to work because you gotta feed your family,
Of course.
and that's a type of sacrifice,
So I say time is money.
right? So when they tell us during those times you were sacrificing people, you were killing people for no reason, but then the same thing could be told about the church.
Exactly right. And you know, the good thing that you bring the church, you know what I mean? Because we gotta, who killed Jesus Christ? You know what I mean? It was a church.
That's right.
It was his people,
That's right.
right? But who the church was, that's the scary part. You know what I mean? Because then you start going into this rabbit hole of cults. You know what I mean? Into again, people that they drive on human sacrifices, on blood. They believe that blood is very important for different kind of things, right? Even to consume it. You know what I mean? Adrenochrome, right?
The fudge.
Exactly right. If you want to go into
Spell that shit.
Oh my gosh, man!
Big word, bro.
ADRE.
Don't say it. No, no. What? No, but for real, what the hell? What is that? Adrenochrome?
Yeah. Search it, man. I'll leave you some homework.
No. Fuck that, bro. I'm not gonna waste my minutes.
It's
O me dices o aquí acabamos de platicar.
no, es
If
un
you're
es
gonna
algo que
say
tiene
like you
la
know what it
sangre.
is, then
Es algo que tiene la sangre, you know what I mean? Es un químico, pues,
Órale.
you know what I mean? Que supuestamente la consumes y te hace sentir mejor. A high. Right?
Baby.
Yeah, it's like, again, I mean, you see
Como
all
la
this
Coca-Cola, güey, ¿no?
pedophilia. You know, all this like pedophilia, like with this guy Epstein, you know what I mean? And
Yes,
with
sí.
the island, you know what I mean?
Órale,
As of human trafficking, organs, right? Como trafican todo, ¿por qué? You know what I mean? Why is that necessary? You know what I mean? You know, but why so much kidnapping a child? You know, it's not necessarily that they're gonna become you know, just for prostitution, you know what I mean, or for organ harvesting, but it's for these people that slavery, right, in some sort of way, for doctors,
shit, man.
for lawyers, for you know, for every kind of sector, you know, that these people agendas, man, we got to really understand what these agendas are, and the people that are above us, right? I mean, not necessarily above the clouds, right, but you know, the elites. Again, man, we live in a
Oh, Ricky's my slave. He works it.
you know, there's a hierarchy, you know what I mean?
Sí, güey. No lo puedes llevar a algún lado, güey. Dale un aventón de algún lado porque no, ya tengo mi pinche Jaimito. No, hombre.
Oh man, no.
That's the last time I helped you sweep up the fucking mountain. Chingado.
You know, you can see it
Nota.
in the churches. What are the churches in Rome made out of? Gold, right? What about all these people that are suffering on the streets because they don't have anything to eat? Why don't they destroy those churches?
Well, like
and
the
give that to
Vatican.
the people, you know?
The Vatican is one of the. I think it's the richest, church in the world. You know what I mean? It has a whole city. You know what I mean? It's their own moneda, their own money. You know what I mean? But again, that church, it's a doctrine. You know what I mean?
That's to their own laws.
Exactly right, and not just that.
Ya llegó la policía a parar la pinche plática.
You know, otra vez, no nomás es una iglesia, sino que esa iglesia tiene poder sobre otras iglesias. Es un negocio, es un pinche negocio. You know, it's easy to open up a church. Say we like, you know,
No digas nada, güey, because this is going to be a church eventually.
Exactly.
I thought about it, no creas.
Yeah. Maybe we like pollos, you know,
It's so, like,
his
point of
doctrine.
view.
Güey,
His
man, nomás
doctrine.
es como $100 de se pay the fucking city.
Exactly
hall.
right. The city hall, yeah. Tiene dos seguidores, ya chingó. You know what I mean? You puede ser padre. You know what I mean? It's scary how.
But you know what? That's something we're really gonna have to do our research too, and bring up maybe we can make definitely another show on that, another episode on
permits
that.
and todo eso.
On cold.
I cut out that detail right now. I get you all the permits and cuánto cuestan y where you
¿Sabes qué? I'll tell you what, man. Get that information. We're gonna look into more about, you know, church and the monetary side of it. Not that we're trying to down anybody or anybody's
No.
point of
No,
views.
I
That's
mean,
not. It's not about that.
I know.
But
I know you. I know you're really religious. I know Chino is religious.
Yeah.
And me and Ricky, we grew up in the same house. We just
with different points of views.
Yeah.
But again, this show is just about, like I said, this is just a bunch of guys bullshitting with no type of
like
background.
Ricky was beating me up, and I was like, "Where's God?" Shit. all the brothers hitting me.
Y no me salvan. No, pero that's definitely a conversation we want to bring up later, and we can make more of it, you know, spend a little more time on it and dissect that. Again, just want to point out that this is us just joking around, having fun, bullshitting. We
No
have
hard feelings, man.
There's no hard feelings. Everybody's point of views are respected, obviously. If anybody wants to come in and set us straight, by all means, you know,
Exactly
please
right.
come by and set us straight.
And just to make it clear,
Don't get on your address because it's my address too.
and just to make it clear, you know, I respect everybody's point of view. I'm not against anybody. I'm not against the church in any way. I just have a different point of view. That's
Exactly, and it's respected, brother,
Yeah.
and it's respected as
Yeah,
it is
man,
as
of
it is
course.
everybody else's.
Of course, man. Yeah.
You know, and
Has
again,
to.
anybody wants to come over and share their point of view, by all means. Again, this is a show just to joke around, bullshit. It's the kind of stuff that, you know, we would joke around with guys at work, and just this is just to share some laughs, share a little bit of knowledge, our knowledge really, and not that this is being researched. This is just our own points of views, and we are solely hold responsible over that. Other than that, thank you very much for coming, guys. Thank you, Chino, for making the time. Thank you, Boyo,
Thank you for
coming
coming
over.
Thank you for coming.
And to the landlord,
Have a good
Lalo, my brother. Thank you for coming over, bro. Thank you for stopping by. You know, even though you just interrupted the show midway.
It's part of us. It was part of the
Get
show.
my app del Tesla me said that you're wasting a lot of going back there, you know. Like,
What's going
You know
on
what?
over there?
fuck.
¿Sabes qué? Le vamos a hacer como
My
Mr.
my battery pack's draining.
Hey, güey, le vamos a hacer como Mr. Rogers mejor. It was like, ding dong. Oh, we have a guest.
Only for Lalo, though. So, you know, like, to turn everything off.
Just one microphone.
No, but seriously, thank you guys for coming over, and thank you guys for listening and spending the time. Oh, ding dong, ya llegó otro más. But thank you very much for the time, guys, and we'll see you on the next podcast. Love and peace.